One mistake I would say I made early in my business was not charging my worth, not charging well. I would say it was when my brand featured on an international magazine in a country where my feet had not even stepped in. Um, One way I handle it is I cry. Now, don't look at me like I'm a crybaby. Hi, lovelies. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's really been a long time I did a vlog on this YouTube channel. I've been just focused on craft and, DIY. So I'm striking a balance, or I'm learning to strike a balance. So you'll be seeing more of my face. So since it's been a while, I thought to just do a get to know me series, business edition. So if you would like me to do a get to know me personal edition, just let me know in the comment section. Okay, for some of you who might not know, apart from being a YouTuber and sharing craft, DIY videos, I also run a fashion accessory business called Zev and Vida, where we make earrings, brooches, bags, bracelets, card holders, wallets, and every other thing, Afrocentric gift you can think of. So we'll make them with fabrics and also leather. And a good number of our earrings are made with discarded fabrics. So you can say that I'm saving the planet with my business. Okay, so what inspired me to start Zev Vida? Well, as of then, I didn't know it was an inspiration. All I just knew was I like to work with my hands and I do want to be idle. So if I can take it back as far back as age 6, I'd always love to work with my hands. And the story that really drives that statement home was, I could remember very well, I must have been age 7 or thereabouts. I was nicknamed Barrow Maker by my classmates then in my primary school. So here is the story of what earned me that name. So anytime I see someone whose pen is not working and then they're trying to get to work and then they're doing like this, if you grew up in my days, there's just something you do when you try to get your pen to work. Oftentimes I would give them my pen, collect theirs, and try to fix it. Sometimes I even go as far as pouring ink from my own pen to theirs if it's a case of maybe the ink is almost exhausting or thereabout. So it handed me the name Barrow Maker. So I'd always love to work with my hands. So let's just say craft found me. Oh, I found craft. The story behind Zev and Vida is pretty simple. During my youth service, if you're not familiar with Nigeria, there's something we usually attend, or it's a mandatory 1 year service we attend as a Nigerian, where you go to you serve the nation there. So it's called NYC or Youth Corps. So during that time, I'd started a business back in uni, and then I was just looking for name for it. It was called G3 Creations name, but I just wanted something more fancier, that could cover up a good number of things that I did. So while searching, I just stumbled on the name Zev Vida, and I kind of liked it. It's an Hebrew name that means gift or fortunate one. So why it resonated with me was the meaning of the gift. Also stands for what I'm trying to build with my brand. It's a gift accessory store, and also the gift, my second name or my English name also means gift. So you can say that Zev Vida is like the English version of, it's the Hebrew version of my English name. So I just loved it. I would say the biggest challenge I faced was not getting the right materials to work with, or not getting where it's being sold. So oftentimes I go online and then I see craft work that I know I can replicate it or even do something way better, but I just don't know where to get the material from or how to go about it. So I would say it was one of the challenges I faced while starting it earlier on. I would say I am not 100% done in balancing it. I'm still like 70%, progressing. So one of the ways I balance it is structure. Structure just really helps you not get to think every day about the day-to-day running of the business. So your everyday thinking can be pushed to creativity. So you already have a structure in place that tells you that, okay, when this happens, this is what you do, this is what you say. When that happens, this is how to approach it. So when it happens, I don't have to now start thinking, oh, how do I go about it? I already have a detailed plan on how to go about it. So I would say structure. Structure is one way I am. Now I'm not 100% done in structuring it, but I mean every day something comes up that you just need to structure. So structure is that is the answer to that question. One mistake I would say I made early in my business was not charging my worth, not charging well. We all know that handcraft is not supposed to be cheap. It's time consuming, it's unique, it's different from mass produced items, so it's not supposed to be cheap. So I would say it's not charging well, even though I learned that lesson early on, but I didn't follow through with it like that until like recently. So I think the story where I learned the lesson was I was in my uni days, and then one person wanted to do neck piece. It was that time that wire work was really trending, and then so she was saying, oh, so she wants a necklace, a long necklace that she can fold twice. She said alongside the earrings and bracelets. So she was saying it. She said, I already know my money is around. Then she mentioned a particular amount. Then I was like, no, no, it's not up to that. It's just. Then I mentioned a way lesser amount. And by the time I brought the works, she was not ready to even pay the amount I mentioned. She wanted something way lower. From that moment, I learned to always charge well, and I think I just really learned to charge well and charge my worth. I just really learned that lesson that sometimes people just don't like you calling the last price. Even though what I've now done in the place of structuring is I still call the last price of people, but I have product segmentation. So you come in now and I tell you this bag is 10k, and like, oh, can't you go for 8k? And I'm pointing you that this is the one of 5k. So I'm going to do that product segmentation. You wanted to pay 8k for this one. Now I'm showing you one of 5k. Just go for it. So one of the mistakes I knew I made early on was not charging my worth, not charging well. One way I would say it has influenced it is I think twice before taking any decision, especially if it's a decision that I know has a tendency to have a long lasting impact. So one of the questions I ask myself before taking that decision is, would you be proud of this decision 10 years down the line? If the answer is no, then I kind of reconsider. A story that drives this home was there was a time I made bracelets for my church then. So I supplied a woman that sells in the church, and there was a special number I supplied her. So I think somewhere along the line she mixed up the numbers, and then she paid me for the exact number I supplied her. No, she actually paid me over, and she said it was still remaining some few pieces that when she sells it, she will give me the money. So at some point I was like, okay, it's just my luck. I mean, business, you win some, you lose some. This is my winning some. But my conscience just would not let me rest. So the next Sunday, I had to go and tell her that, oh, she overpaid me and she doesn't have anything to pay me again, even when she sells off and everything. And then I returned the extra cash on it, and she was just so grateful. So I would say it was when my brand featured on an international magazine in a country where my feet had not even stepped in. I would insert the picture here. So that was it was a yay moment for me. It was a proud moment for me. Initially, when starting a business, I usually come up with ideas via Pinterest. Like, I mean, I spend hours on Pinterest and I feel so creative already. But years into the business, fine, Pinterest it has the role it plays, but some of my ideas comes to me even in church. While I'm in church during the message, an idea just strikes me and I then just document it down. But I have learned, and over the years building a structured business, that when an idea jumps to me, I don't just rush into make productions. I first check the market. Is this a need in the market? And then I make one sample for myself, try to use it so I can see how best to make it, and then I check if it's going to be acceptable in the market before now making production for it. So I would say I generate ideas. One Pinterest is there, the place of the word, and then the place of prayer. I mean, most times ideas just come to me. And also one of the things that's also helped me is I maintain that joyful, I want joyful atmosphere or peace inwardly, because I can't function when my spirit man is disturbed, or my flesh or anything isn't functioning well. So I would say that joyful atmosphere also helps ideas come up. So that's why I tell myself, when people offend me, I forgive them before they even apologize. I keep them at distance, and it is not for them, it is for me. I don't want anything to stop my creative juice or to stop it from flowing. So, and then books also, yes, books also is one way I generate ideas. I would say start. You're starting already, so I'll say start. And don't wait till you have all the tools, all the gadgets, and everything ready to start. Start with what you have. Start with where you are, and get the job done. There is no business started having it together. That's one. Two is, as a creative person, you would always be needing gadgets. The more you buy these gadgets, there's another one coming up, there's a better one that saves time, that gets the work done faster. So start with what you have, take pride in what you have, and just start. That's my advice. One way I handle it is I cry. Now, don't look at me like I'm a crybaby. Crying is one way I express myself. On my wedding day, I cried. I mean, my friend is reading her vows on her wedding day. I'm crying. Something that's happening to someone close to me, I am tearing up. So don't look at it as crying is a sign of weakness. Crying for me, it's just one way I express myself. So how I handle it is, of course, I cry first. Then after the tears, I wipe my eyes. I'm like, and I talk to God in the midst of the tears. I mean, I'm not never one person to cry without communicating with my father while I'm crying. So in the midst of the tears, I'm saying, what happened? Why did it happen? What did I not do well? How can I do better? Then when we have clear eyes, we wipe our tears and then look for where we made the errors and correct it, of course. So I cry, I re-strategize, and I relaunch, or should I say, I come back. So I'll say yes, networking has played an important role, and it's still playing an important role. And to this note, I would say that one of the things, even though a good number of people see me as being a sanguine, but there's a phlegmatic part of me. So one of the things I do, I try to subdue the flag and then go out, especially for programs that are of great interest to me. So I go out, and then when I go out, I make sure I am always wearing something of my brand, either it's an earring or a bag or something. I just make sure I have something with me that I made. So networking has been a huge one, and then I will say that to my fellow in-house buddies, go out, you know, furniture, don't be part of the house, go out, network, and meet people. I think I'll skip that because I'm not learning to manage it. I'm just learning to manage it. So maybe you can come and ask me in the next one. Yeah, I'll probably provide answer, but I'll skip that right now. One way my perspective has changed on success is I kind of view success differently. Sometimes some success is not, although the money is important to have it, but sometimes even a satisfied client, you know, that's that thing that you just finish making something for a new client, and then you tell them, and then you see customer is typing, and sometimes my heart really goes, I hope you like it. And then when I hear, oh, this is so nice, my heart just goes like, oh. I mean, sometimes that is success for me. And I would say that success is also being able to celebrate your little wins. Those were some things I didn't do early on in my business, because I was looking at other brands and I'm like, this person has had this too for like 10 years and I'm just buying mine. But I'm getting to realize now that your journey is different from my journey. Sometimes the person I'm comparing myself with is in chapter 12 of their journey, while me on the other hand, I'm in chapter 2. Fine, there is a place of speed with the Holy Spirit, but comparison is just, it's the lowest of the low. So my perspective is gradually changing, and I'm learning that success is also sometimes celebrating that little win, not rubbing it off on people's face, but celebrating it in your own way. So one of the next thing I'm trying to incorporate is also creating more business related content, not just DIY now, but you know, sharing my stories with other upcoming business owners, so you can learn from it and then learn from my errors. So that's one of the next thing. And then the other next thing, I'll say wash out. Just like they used to say in Nollywood movie, wash out for part 2. It's also been saying wash out, what's for you next step. Observe and read that journey. All right, thank you so much for watching to the end. If you're yet to subscribe, please subscribe. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel and you're just coming across this space, I would really like you to subscribe and be a part of the family. It gives me so much to me. And please also help me like, share, and drop a comment. I would like to learn from you. And if there's other lessons you've also learned as a business person and you really think other people should hear of, please feel free to drop in the comment section. And if you want me to do a personal edition, or if there's a question you want me to answer, please drop it in the comment section. I would reply. If the reply is not going to be comprehensive enough, then I will do a video on it. All right guys, see you in the next video. Bye.